Hey y'all, hey, what's up? It is tea time with your girl TG the LPC, and that is right, we're back again, and it is Transformational Tuesday. Oh, today we are talking about 5 small habits that lead to personal growth. 5 small habits that lead to personal growth. And the first habit is being intentional. So, what does that look like? Start your day each day with intention, right? You can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever is good for you with intention. Each morning when you wake up, pause and ask yourself, what do I need today? What do I need today? Or who do I want to be today? That seems like a crazy question, right? Because it's like I'm the same person every day. But that's not always true. Sometimes we wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Speak for myself. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed and I am moody, I am snappy, I'm just not the nicest person to be around, right? And so I have to get to a place where I say, Tanya, do you want to be nasty all day long? Is you really gonna be like this? I know that's not good English, but y'all know what I mean. And so I have to say, you know what? I choose today. Not only do I need peace and do I need serenity and things of that nature, but I want to be peaceful. So that's who I want to be today. I want to be somebody that brings peace and brings love and brings joy. So if we could ask ourselves what we need today and or who we want to be today, that builds self-awareness and focus. We can reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Now, I know a lot of this is going with our motivational Monday from yesterday, but that's a good thing, right? So sometimes it's okay for us to journal for a few minutes. Maybe it's 5 minutes. Now, I understand that a lot of people don't like to journal. So we all have this handy dandy thing called a phone, right? So what I'm going to challenge you to do is if you don't like to hand journal, talk to text, right? Make a note in your phone. Just reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, what you may have been thinking when you woke up, what you dreamed about. Um, you can do this throughout the day. You can do it in the beginning of the day. It's your choice. This promotes emotional clarity, healing, and mindfulness, right? So if we can take time to reflect on our thoughts, our feelings, and our experiences, remember we are talking about 5 habits that lead to personal growth. Habits that lead to personal growth. Ooh, y'all, this is my favorite. Practice the art of saying no. Now, this goes back to our self care Sunday, right? When we were practicing the art of saying yes to ourselves. Now we're saying no. So, practice saying no without over explaining. Sometimes we think that we have to give this big, long explanation of why we say no. That's not always the case. So, start small. Decline one thing a week that drains you, right? It could be no. Now, I'm not telling you to not do things that you have to do. Don't you dare say Tanya said I could say no, because that's not what I said. Things that you can not do. Things that are not now you have to cook for your family, right? You gotta take care of your kiddos, you gotta pay them bills, those types of things. But I'm talking about things that you don't have to do. So that extracurricular thing that somebody wants you to show up for or whatever the case may be, you are allowed to say no. So for example, obviously regardless of what I feel like, I'm getting up. I'm going to make sure that my family has a home cooked meal. They're gonna have breakfast. They might not get a full lunch. It might be something quick for lunch, and they're gonna get dinner. That's what I do. But that's part of what I love to do anyway. But my daughter may want to go to the store before volleyball practice. I've already committed to volleyball practice, so I'm going to say yes to that because that's part of my commitment. Now the store, although yes, I want to please her. I want to make sure she goes to the store. She's been doing amazing. She's doing all the things that she needs to do, but I'm just exhausted. I may say no, we can't go to the store. We maybe can go to the store on Saturday or tomorrow or whatever, but saying no is not wrong. So practice the art of saying no without over explaining. Start small, decline one thing a week that drains you, And this strengthens our boundaries and it helps us with our self respect, believe it or not, because I have the power to say, next one, celebrate small wins. So often we think it has to be a big, gigantic win for us to celebrate. For example, I used this example yesterday when we were talking about setbacks to comebacks. But and if you didn't check it out, the show, go check it out, right? But I talked about classes and degrees. We're gonna celebrate that degree because it's like, woo, I got my degree, I got my associate's degree, I got my bachelor's degree, I finished high school, I got this certification or whatever the case may be. But we don't often celebrate the classes, right? Because you can't get the degree unless you finish all the classes successfully. So I celebrated every class, one more class down, another class down. I did two classes, I did three classes, I did four classes. So I'm celebrating each class. I might not have a party or something like that, but I'm celebrating it within myself because I know that I need that sometimes to help me push for the big win. So every day, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, name one thing you did well. Right? I didn't go off on my family today. Woo-hoo, win for Tanya, right? Or I cooked all three meals today. Woo-hoo, win for Tanya, whatever it is. But celebrate things that you did throughout the day, even if it's getting out of bed. Why would I say that? I can't tell you how many people come and sit on my couch that struggle to get out the bed, right? Now, if that's not your struggle, it's probably not a win that you need to celebrate. But there are some people that really have to celebrate getting out the bed. They really have to celebrate making it through the day. All right, so we want to celebrate those wins. It builds self-esteem and gratitude. Okay, and then our last one on our five small habits, excuse me, that lead to personal growth is do something new, maybe even uncomfortable, right? Take one uncomfortable step a week. Just a week. You don't have to do it every single day, just a week. So between now and next Tuesday, do one uncomfortable new thing or one uncomfortable old thing, something that you've been avoiding. Try something that stretches you, maybe a new class, tough conversation, speaking up. I know a couple of us that have to have some tough conversations. For me, it's not always easy to have that tough conversation depending upon who it is. It may not be easy speaking up. I can speak up real easy with this group of people, but maybe not real easy with this group of people. Maybe the uncomfortable step is okay, maybe in my personal growth, I want to lose weight. So maybe it's me taking a class that I don't have any time for, that is going to be hard because it's going to stretch my body and all this other stuff. Whatever it is. I'm going to challenge you to take one new, maybe even an uncomfortable one. This encourages confidence and resilience. When you guys take, when we're in this together, when we take that uncomfortable step, it stretches us and it lets us know exactly what we are made of. So, this Transformation Tuesday, we are creating and doing five small habits that lead to big personal growth. Five small habits lead to big personal growth. Hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday, that you've been enjoying these videos if you're watching them. If you haven't checked out any of our other videos, go ahead, the YouTube channel. I don't know where you're watching this at, whether it's on Wix, whether it's on our blog or wherever. You could be watching this on Instagram. I don't know. But go check out the other videos. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know 5 steps or one step that you use, a habit that you use that leads to personal growth. This will help the community to grow personally. This will help the community to grow mentally because ultimately that is our goal. I hope that you guys have an amazing Tuesday. Be blessed. PG